Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. Trying to get some of my screens situated here. But welcome to another happy hour hangout. It's Wednesday. It's kind of okay outside for me right now. See who we got in the chat. Got a couple folks hanging out with me. Let me know, give me a thumbs up emoji if you can hear me okay and if everything looks okay. But I'm glad you all are here. And yeah, we're going to be fishing today. And when I say fishing, I mean Fleet, the dice game. This is from Eagle Gryphon Games. It is designed by Benjamin Pinchback and Matthew D. Riddle. It is one of my favorite dice games ever. It is a roll and write game. It's a little on the complex side. Everyone says the sound sounds good. Awesome. Cool. So the way I'm going to do this is I am going to have my player board displayed and I'm going to roll some dice for folks in the chat. So we'll essentially be playing like a 2-player scenario. And I'll explain the rules, how it goes through for 2-player. I figured it was going to be more fun if we had a little more interactivity if you're playing along at home. I will let you get your chance to get out the dice and your player boards. If you have it at home, you can get out your markers and things like that. I usually have my player sheets laminated, but I've noticed with the overhead light that I use, it has kind of a glare. So I'm going to be using the straight up paper version and have everybody can see from that point of view. But this game is from the theme of Fleet. There's also a board game of it, which I have not played, ironically enough. I just got introduced to this game by watching a video about some roll and writes, and they were talking about this game, and I love anything in the ocean themes, anything to do with fish and being out in the open sea. So this one was right up my alley, and it's fairly complex, this game. So we're going to take some time. I don't think we're going to run through 2 scenarios today. I think we're just going to do just 1 full game because it's 10 rounds. And we will see how we all do. Like I said, I'll go through and explain all the rules and stuff and how we're going to do that interacting with the chat. So let's get going here. I'm going to share my screen so we can all see. Everybody can see what I'm doing. All right, so here we go for our, make this kind of big here. And let's see, can we do that? Nope, didn't want to do that. Show myself. Cool, okay. Everyone can see that as well. Should be having my little self here. I will move myself over to this side. Watch me go. Movie magic. It's so awesome. Okay. So in this game, what we're going to be doing is we are all fishermen on the fishing boats. And it sounds like my audio might be a little bit echoey. Oh, you know why? Because I wonder if it was picking up the other microphone, the overhead microphone. So let me see about that. Should be getting this. All right. The speakers should be okay. All right. How does it sound now? It sounds okay now? Should be not so echoey, hopefully. All right, let me know in the chat if I need to make any adjustments. But here we go. So in this game, we are fishermen and we are trying to collect boats and turn them into the market. So we are going to be playing a series of 10 rounds, and it is located here at the bottom. And each round has multiple phases. First phase is called the boat phase. The boat phase corresponds to these columns up here. Going to be rolling some dice, And we are going to be marking off little columns here corresponding to what is shown on the dice. So we've got these dice here, which have nice little fish on them and some coins. And what we're going to be doing is on the boat phase, we're going to roll them up. This is just an example. And I'm going to choose a die to mark one of the boxes in that corresponding column. And then the chat is going to choose a die that they will mark in their corresponding column. And then the dice that is left over, both of us get to have. So we both get to place whatever we don't decide individually, we both get that bonus from the third die. After we do the boat phase, there's the income phase. Each of us starts with 1 coin income, and the income in coins you would mark over here on the coins track. Now, certain licenses give you more coins, and certain licenses allow you to increase your income. So we have to make sure in this game there's a lot of text and a lot of steps to go through for each phase. So just be aware if there are any symbols like this with the little coins on them, with the plus sign, that is just immediate coins that will go here into your coins section. If it says income phase, then has a coin symbol, that means your income will increase and you will mark off one of the coins down here into your income section. So every time we will go into an income phase of a round, we will see how many coins we have filled in and mark that corresponding number of coins into our coins section here. At the top for the boat phase, you see there are 5 different boat types. We've got shrimp, cod, lobster, swordfish, and oyster. The king crab is actually part of the harbor section, so I will talk about that later. But here you will see down on each column, there are licenses and boats that you can obtain for each type of fish, and they will correspond to the licenses down below them and the boats below the licenses. So on your turn, when we will claim one of these dice, we will mark the next uppermost box or circle that is in that column and take the corresponding action that goes with it. At the beginning of the game, we will roll one of the boat die and each player will mark the top 3 to start off. So you have like a starter boat. It's kind of like your investment, if you will. This is your starting capital on your boats. Then from there, you will, if you go ahead and claim some of the same boats in future rounds, you can mark down from that column. So we will each take 3 from whatever die roll we mark, whatever die roll we choose, and we mark here. And then corresponding to every boat phase, we mark things in terms of what it says next to the bubble that it's filled in. Licenses down here for the shrimp die allow you to do some manipulation of dice. So if you obtain the first shrimp license, for any die that you choose, for the shrimp die face, which is this green one here, the green one here, I'll show you. For the shrimp die face, you can, if you have this shrimp license activated, you can change it into any face. That means you can change to any face on this boat die except for coins, which is the 3 coins here. And you cannot use a shrimp face to fill in one of your fish on your boats. Okay, so that's what this first license does. Second license for the shrimp allows you to do 2 coins immediately into your pool of coins. And then you have an upgrade from your previous license. So your shrimp die will allow you to change a die to any face, and you get a star action. Star actions allow you to perform one more thing, a checkbox, one more box on any section here into your boats or into the wharf or harbor area, but it cannot pertain to fish and it cannot pertain to coins. So stars allow you to take one more checkbox of something. So those are really nice. So that's what the fish die does, the shrimp die does in that second license here. The third one is the shrimp die, and you can do any face that you want times 2 plus a star. So you can take 2 of one type of face. and a star. So that's really great. Below here are your shrimp boats, and each shrimp boat that you launch, which is corresponding to the bubble that says boat on it, you will launch the boat and you will be able to catch fish in that boat. Fishing pertains to the fishing phase down here, which happens in rounds 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So every other round, you will be able to do a fishing phase. Okay, cod. Cod will allow you to, on your licenses, you can launch any boat and get a coin. So any new boats, including cod boats, you will get a coin that goes directly into your pool. The second one gives you 2 immediate coins right away once you obtain this license. And then for every future boat, you would get 2 coins. Then at the bottom on this third license, it's 3 coins. Lobsters are pretty nice. This pertains to the income phase, which goes towards this section down here of the income. Income phase, what you're doing is you will, for your first license, the income phase, if you have 2 or more boats already launched, you gain 1 income. So you would mark another coin down here at the bottom. If you had 8 or more boats on this one license, you would gain 2 coins into your income. Down here on the second section, there's 2 coins immediately into your pool, but it is a little bit better upgrade because it's either 2 or more, you would get 1 income, or 5 or more that you would get 2 income. Then down at the third phase, you would get third level of license, you would get 2 or more boats, you would get a coin, 5 or more boats, you would get 2 coins, 10 or more boats, you would get 3 coins. And this is all into your income. However, on this square here, that is immediately 2 coins into the pool. I know it sounds confusing because they're very similar symbols, but I'll make sure that we walk through them if we get down to those coins and that license for the lobster. Next is our swordfish. For the swordfish licenses, you will gain a star action for that first one. Second one, you would gain 2 coins immediately into your pool, and then a star plus a coin. And this is a star plus a coin into your pool. It's not income because it does not say income phase on here. Then the third one is 2 stars. One thing to remember, as you're going down these column tracks and you obtain more licenses and more boats, for the licenses, the bonuses do not compound on top of each other. So for example, in the swordfish phase, if I had both of these licenses, the top one and then the middle section, I do not gain 2 stars and a coin. I would just gain the lower, the more beneficial license. So I would gain a star plus a coin, and that's it. That's what my bonus is now. So it's kind of an upgrade. So it's not an inclusive as, adding to what you've currently obtained. Finally, for your oyster boats, you can catch 2 fish or gain a fish and a coin. As you see on the oyster boats here, they've got little trailers kind of pulling behind them. So you can have a maximum on this boat of 10 fish. However, the only way you can obtain the maximum of 10 fish is if you get down to this third license here. So the max capacity for this first license is only 6 fish. So right here, you would see 6 fish in the initial boat itself, and then 8 for the second license, and then 10 for the third. So these are the oyster boats. So we will go through, and for the boat round, we will roll the dice for the boat phase. Then we will take our income phase. If it is an even numbered round, we will go into fishing. Fishing pertains to marking off 1 little fish space on each of the boats that you have launched. Launching a boat means that you have one of these bubbles filled in that says boat, or one of the bubbles that says L or B, and you decided to take a boat for that. You would fill in 1 per launched boat that you have, and that would be a fishing phase. Next, we would do the town phase, which corresponds to these dice. So they have different symbols on them, and then there's also a boat die included into the town phase. Town phase is on the second page of our player sheets here. We've got harbor, market, and wharf. I'll start up here with the harbor. Harbor, what you're going to be doing is if you claim a harbor symbol, which is the anchor here, you will mark one of these items down here into the harbor section. The Captain's Club, once you mark down, allows you to go fishing one more time. As soon as you activate that fishing bubble, you go fishing right away, which again means you fill in one of your fish on every launched boat that you have. The King Crab license is if you get down to this license, it gives you some extra bonuses. So once you launch your King Crab license, you immediately would get 5 points at the end of the game. Then you can choose one of the following victory point conditions to calculate at the end of the game as well. So you've got either 2 points per building, which corresponds to the buildings here in the wharf, 1 victory point per every 6 fish, that is all 6 fish of anything in your boats collectively, 1 point per license, that is for every license that you have launched or activated, I should say, or you can get 1 point per 10 coins. So I know a lot of times I have players that are playing this game and they rack up coins like mad, but unfortunately they don't get the King Crab license, so they don't get any benefit from collecting a bunch of coins at the end. So that's something to be aware of. If you're collecting a lot of coins, you can do that there. These are your King Crab boats. So again, there are 3 boats that you can launch under the King Crab license, and those are available to hold fish for when you go fishing for them. The research vessels are just straight victory points. They don't collect fish, they're just simply there for research. So if you fill in a bubble, it corresponds to that boat, but it does count for the boating. I believe it does count for the launching boats on your cod. I will double check on that, but I believe for the cod license, it will pertain to that if you do launch a research vessel. Yes, all boat related bonuses will apply to those. Okay, the barge is for an extra set of fish. So let's say you've got your oyster licenses, but you haven't got down, or oyster boats, excuse me, and you haven't got down to this 3rd license. So you're stuck at only filling in 6 fish to a boat. Then this barge can come in handy because it allows you to put any extra fish that you would have put into a boat that you can't fit, you can toss them over here into the barge. The Inuit boats are also other boats that allow you to catch fish in. And so that's the harbor section right there. The market, if you choose to activate the market phase, you will go through and count how many fish that you have collected into your boats and get that corresponding number of coins. And those coins again will go down here into your pool. The wharf has different stores, buildings that do different things. So if you have a wharf action, you can choose one of these to mark on. The casino, once you have it activated for both bubbles filled in, you can re-roll the chosen die. So if I had a dice, if I chose this one and I had my casino filled in, I can choose to re-roll this in whatever face I would want. That's what that would be the new face for that one. The Almonds Bank and Trust is just straight victory points. The seafood buffet, this one's kind of interesting. This can help you when it comes to the boat die in the town phase. For when you activate the seafood buffet, which when you fill in this bubble here, you see that there are 5 symbols on the side that correspond to the 5 types of fishing boats that there are. If you choose one of these dice here with one of the fish faces and have the seafood buffet activated, you can mark that corresponding fish onto the side. And however many of the fish from the seafood buffet you obtain, you get that number of victory points. So if you get 1 out of 5, you only get 1 victory point. If you get 5 out of 5, then you get 15. That's what the seafood buffet does. The salvage yard, you can do this once you have it activated, once 2 of those bubbles are filled in. The salvage yard allows you to use a die as a star action. So you can use this die and take it as a star instead of taking it as its face value. So if you wanted to do that, it says after you can use it to take it a star action, you can only do this 3 times throughout the game. So if you have a salvage yard activated, you can only take the dice 3 times to use them as star actions. The Fisherman's Pub, once you fill it in, it's just straight 10 victory points, but it takes 4 bubbles to fill in. And again, that will trigger with the wharf symbol. The Bait Shop is you can change any die to 2 coins. Now, once we are choosing dice, there is a thing that you can decide to do. Let's say none of these in the boat phase I want. I really wanted a lobster die and I just did not roll it. I can choose one of the other dice instead and say, you know what, I'm going to take this and turn it into 1 coin instead. That is always an option for you if you choose to do that. However, if you have the Bait Shop activated, which means you have both of these bubbles filled in, for that action, you can get exactly 2 coins instead of 1. So that's kind of nice. If you decide to, you know, I'm just going to ditch a die and take it as coins, if you have the Bait Shop activated, you can get 2. The Smokehouse pertains to the market. If you have the Smokehouse filled in, then you can get 2 bonus coins for whatever level on the fish market that you are. So if I had 12 fish, I would get 4 coins, but if I had my Smokehouse activated, I would get 6. So you'd always add +2 to whatever level you are into the market. And finally, the Canning Company. This is another income phase manipulator. What this does is you can add +1 coin to your income, which is down here, for every full boat that you get. So as you're fishing and you get a full boat, if you have your Canning Company activated, then you can get 1 income there. No, it's a lot to fill out. One thing to be mindful of as I take a sip here is there are a lot of actions that could trigger other actions. So you have to make sure you walk through step by step, especially when you have star actions, because sometimes star actions can activate other actions and then they kind of compound on top of each other. So it could be a lot of combinations. So we'll go through and walk through stuff. But first, what we're going to do is we are going to roll to see what our starter boats are. Unless anyone has any questions, we will start. Oh, gotta make sure I name my boat. So I'm gonna go McFly, the SS McFly. And today's date is the 14th. There we go. SS McFly. All right, so here I go. This will be my starter boat. And I got a shrimp. So I'm going to mark the top 3 boxes in the shrimp column, which means I get the shrimp license, which allows me to change any shrimp die to any face I want, except coins or fish. And then I launch my first boat. The SS McFloat, Gus or not, Scott. Very nice. All right, chat, here you go. You all start with a lobster. So you will mark the first 3 boxes on the lobster track. So you will get this lobster license and the lobster boat. That is really, really nice. The SS I got nothing. Very nice. All right, so you got your lobster boat, which remember, if you have 2 or more boats launched, you will get an additional coin into your income phase. So right now you would have 1 boat because you got the lobster boat launched. So be mindful of that. And we are going to start in round 1. So I'm going to do a little check off here. And we'll roll up the dice. All right, we've got 2 lobster and a cod. So I'm going to start, let's start off with me here. We'll each get equal turns. So I'm going to do, I will take the lobster die. So I'm going to put that here as I claim that. And chat, if you would like the lobster or the cod, let me know. For me, I'm going to mark 1 box in the lobster section. I figured you all might want the lobster, but I don't know since you all started with the lobster boat. So if you have the option, and then whatever you don't decide, then both of us get that. All right, looks like chat wants the lobster. So putting that for the chat, and then both of us will receive the cod. So we both get one on the cod license. And that is the round for the boat. Now we do our income phase. So we look at where our income is. Right now I have just one, and I believe chat has just one as well. So we will mark one on our coins here. As you can see on the coins pool, there are stars that you get, and those trigger bonus actions that you can do immediately, that you must do immediately. So make sure you be aware of that. If you do get a star coming up from coins, make sure you mark that to have it be a bonus action for you right away. And again, you cannot take a star action to fill in fish on a boat, and you can't take them for coins. Okay, here we go. That's the income phase 2. Now we don't have a fishing phase. It's an odd number round. We don't go fishing. So we're gonna go straight to town. I'm gonna move these over here. We're going straight to town. And we've got a market, a wharf, and some coins. Okay, I think I'm going to take the wharf here. So I am going to decide to start on the canning company, because I feel like once I get some full boats, it'll be nice to increase my income right off the bat there. So chat has either market or coins. So you can choose to ditch one of those dice and just take it straight coins, just for one coin. Or you can do the 3 coins, and then both of us would receive the market, or you can take the market and then both of us would receive the coins. All right, looks like chat wants to take the coins. Cool. And then we will both do market. So in this phase, since none of us have gone fishing yet, because it's just round 1 and we have not had a fishing phase, we will go here to 0 and we would get 2 coins. So I'm just going to mark 2 coins, which triggers a star action. So what I'm going to do with my star action is I'm going to go up here and start on my king crab license, because it takes quite a few to go down the king crab license track before you can actually get benefits from it. So that's what I'm going to do there. So this is our town phase. So now we've got chat. You are starting round 2 here. I'm going to put a little dot to remind myself that chat is going to do those rounds. All right, chat. If anybody has any questions, we will go through round 2. Let's go on our boat phase. So we've got some coins, a swordfish, and a shrimp. Now in this game, you alternate who is first player and who chooses. So that's why I marked the every other round is going to be the chat deciding first. So chat this round has first pick, what they would like, shrimp coins or swordfish. I don't believe any of us have swordfish yet. So that might be something good to start with. And it looks like chat wants to do that. So they're gonna take the swordfish. Now, for shrimp for me is really nice. I like that because I can turn it into any face that I want. And I can see that currently I have lobster and cod ready to do a license. So I am going to do the lobster license. So I'm going to use this shrimp die as a wild for any other die face. So I'm going to pretend it is a lobster face and mark the license for the lobster. So now in the income phase, once I get 2 or more boats, I can add +1 to my income. So that's what I did for the shrimp guy. And now both of us get 3 coins to mark. 1, 2, 3, which for me now triggers another star action. The star action now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it for my lobster boat. It's the next column, next section down, marking for my lobster boat, which now that I have 2 or more boats, so I get an additional income in my income phase. I believe it is 2 or more, because that's what the little plus sign is. 2 or more. So that is our boat phase here. And now we go into income. So we look at how many coins we've got marked off in income. I currently have 2 because of my lobster license just did that for me. That is the income phase. And now we should be able to go fishing. So once again, you will mark 1 fish in the boats that you have launched. So currently I've got this one here and this one here. So I've got those 2 fishes in my boats, and that is a fishing phase there. All right, now we're going to go to town. And once again, chat decides what they want to pick first. Okay, you've got market, a harbor, and some coins. So what would you like to do, chat? Market, harbor, or some coins? And again, same thing applies. If you don't want any of those dice, you can just choose one and chuck it and use it as just a +1 coin. All right, the chat is taking the harbor, which is nice. Market is not going to do me any good. 3 coins is actually going to be better than the 2 coins I would get. So I'm going to take the 3 coins here, and then both of us are doing a market. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, but instead of doing, so I did this here, I don't have 5, I only have 2, so I'm going to get just an additional 2 coins. And I triggered 2 more star actions along my coin track, so I can fill in 2 more spaces anywhere that I want to. So I'm going to go up here and do 1, 2, trekking my way down on the king crab track. And that is concluded for the town phase. I will give you all just a little extra minute because in case you had any stars that you need to take some extra actions, we'll give you a little bit of time to do that right there. So let's see. Today I am drinking a carbonated beverage for happy hour. The seasons are changing, and so up here my allergies are kicking in. So I've got kind of a slight headache, but I am glad to be here, and the caffeinated beverage is helping with that. I don't know if any of you all have to deal with allergies or anything of that sort of health-wise, but whenever things get cold and rainy versus warm and dry, my body responds. Sometimes positive, sometimes not positive. So yeah, it's a never-ending cycle when you live out in an area that is very heavy foliaged. Lots of trees and grasses and things floating in the air at all times. All right, if everybody is okay on those, we will move on to round 3. Round 3. Anybody's got any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Otherwise, let's keep it going. Ooh, very nice. So I've got shrimp, lobster. Well, you know what, friends? I am going to do this here. Take the shrimp die because I can use it as any face that I want to. And I'm going to do the cod license. I'm going to use it as a cod. And for every boat now in the future that I launch, I get a coin. It's not income. It's just a straight up coin into the pool. All right, what would chat like? You've got a lobster or a shrimp. And you can choose any one that you want if you just want to take it for coin. For a coin, that is totally fine. Or if you do have the shrimp license activated too, you can take the shrimp die and do that. Chat would like to take the lobster. So both of us will take a shrimp. So I again will take the shrimp, use it as a wild. It's going to be another wild cod, friends. So I will launch this boat here, this cod boat, which now that I have the cod license activated, I get a coin for that. And there we go. So that's the boat phase there. If anyone's got any bonus actions to do, otherwise we will move on to the income phase. Right now, I still just have 2 coins. So I will mark the 2 coins here, and it gives me another star. So for the stars, I am going to mark it here. I want to get that much closer to my king crab over here. I'm marking it. That's what I'm doing. There is no fishing this round, so we will go straight to town. Let's go straight to town. Let's see what we get. Okay, we've got a harbor, a market, and a swordfish. Wow. Well, folks, I am going to take the harbor because I can take this king crab license here, and now I have an option. Do I want to choose the 2 victory points per building? Do I want the 1 victory point per 6 fish, 1 victory point per license, or the 10 coins? I don't know how many buildings I'm going to get here, to be honest. So I think I'm going to go for licenses and see if I can work my way down the license track. Now, since I have claimed this, chat, you can no longer claim this license. This one is taken. But if you do get the king crab license, you have the other 3 options to choose from. Okay, so that's me for the harbor. Chat, would you like a swordfish or would you like the market? Oh, hello, Ross. Yes, this game is really good. I'm glad you're able to stop by. It is, I highly recommend it. I know you've got a lot of roll 'em rights going on. So yes, please feel free to ask questions and things too. We are just about a third of the way done. So yeah, perfect timing. All right, chat wanted to take the swordfish. Cool. If you have the seafood buffet activated, that's awesome. You can claim the swordfish over here. Otherwise, you can take the swordfish and just mark it on one of your boat columns here for the swordfish boat. Then both of us get the market. Well, that stinks because I still only have 2 fish here. So with the 2 fish, I'm still not at the second tier. I'm still only at the top tier, so I would only get 2 coins. So I'm going to mark 2 coins over here, but it triggers another star action for me. So now I've got decisions to make, friends. I need to get, if I'm going to get these victory points here, and again, this little subtext says the bonus max you can get is 10 victory points per player. So even if I miraculously got all of these licenses activated, I would only receive 10 victory points. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and see what happens. I like the fishing aspect of getting a star on the swordfish, so I think I'm gonna use this star and start trekking down the swordfish track just to see what happens. Okay, that is our third town phase. If anybody's got any questions or anything, casual lurking is completely okay. We are in round 4 now. Chat, you will decide first here. Oh, Yahtzee. We've got some lobster. So would you like a lobster, or a lobster? I think it's pretty self-explanatory for everybody, unless you want to exchange it for a coin, which is completely the way you want to do this. Yeah. Yagmanda, I think you'll take the lobster. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Okay, so I'm going to do this and do 2 lobster marks on my column. So that way on this L or B section, I can either claim a license or a boat. But since I'm going for this victory point condition, I'm going to take this license. So now that I'm on the 2nd level of the lobster license, this is my new set of rewards. So immediately I get 2 coins, which goes directly into my pool over here. Then for any future, if I have 2 or more boats, I get 1 coin into my income. But if I have 5 or more boats now, I would get 2 coins in my income. Currently, I only have 3 boats activated, so I don't get any extra income yet. But I am trekking my way through this license track to get some victory points over here. Okie doke. If anybody has any star actions, make sure you do the star actions. And then we will move on to our income phase. So I'll cross off the boat phase. Income, currently my income is still just at 2 coins. So I will mark 1, 2, but I do get a star there on that track. Ooh. And I'm going to use that star up here for my swordfish license. And I get this. So now after fishing, I get a star. So currently I have 6 licenses because the king crab license does count. I believe so. I will double check on that, but I believe so. Once you do the king crab license at the end of the game, and you will also score for your selected bonuses. I believe so, for every license. Okay, so that is the income phase. Everybody taking their income. We'll cross off here. And now we will go a-fishing. So I'm going to fill 1 fish here, 1 fish here, and 1 fish here. Okay, that's all the boats I've got. Now I have 5 fish. Cool, I made it to the next tier over here on the market. Maybe I can get something in the market. And guess what, folks? Because I just went fishing and I just got this swordfish license, I get a star action. I can mark something else here. Oh boy, and I just threw my pen on the floor because I'm so excited. Okay, jeez. I'm gonna take a boat. Take this swordfish boat, and look, because I've got the cod license, I launched a boat, I get a coin. Walking through and actually talking this out helps me so much. When I'm playing this, when I'm playing this in real life, there are so many things that I forget half the time. And I go back and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to take my star actions. And so then I end up just using them as just a filler for stuff, like, oh, I'll just fill it in over here, I'll just fill it in over here, whatever, because I forget. But it's nice that I can talk through these actions with you all. It's very helpful, so thank you. Woot woot is right. Okay, we fished, now we're going to town. All right, chat, you have the option. You've got market, an oyster, or the wharf. Which would you like? Mm. Haven't used, my canning company has not come in handy yet. I don't have full boats. The wharf. Chat wants the wharf. Okay, do I want an oyster? Do I want to chuck it for a coin? No, you know what? I want to mark it because like I said, I have got 5 fish now. So I will get 3 coins here. 1, 2, 3, which triggers a star action. And now both of us get this oyster. So what I'm going to do here, I think this is totally fine to do. With my star action, I am going to activate my seafood buffet. And because it's an oyster, I'm going to put it as an oyster in my seafood buffet. So if I can get all 5 types of fish, I can get 15 bonus points there. That was a fairly nice roll, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we're done with town here. Done with round 4. Take a moment to do any star actions, any other bonuses, ask questions if you have questions on this. I'm really glad we're doing this in the chat instead of like the solo mode. The solo mode I have not got to play, but my husband did, and he really likes it. What the solo mode does is you're going against, forgot what her name is, Captain. Oh boy, what is her name? Captain Ruth. So what happens is you roll the boat die, and then you prepare everything like you would in for like a 2-player game. But you will play same way where you're alternating who does what first in terms of taking things. So you will when you select a die, you will take off the next one on your score sheet. You will start from the top, but whatever one she decides, she actually crosses off things from the bottom. So you have less to work with. So it can be quite complex as it goes along. I felt like this would be a fun one to just do interaction with the chat. Maybe I'll do a solo mode. Maybe one of our other Twitch streamers can do solo mode on that and see how it plays. But I just like this interactivity of us going through it, playing it together. Okay, if no one's got questions, we're going to move on to round 5. All right, we've got some options here. We've got lobster, swordfish, and an oyster. Okay. What do I want? What do I want? We're not fishing in this round, so getting close to our boat might not be helpful. But if I do the license, I mean, this license is so great. So I'm going to do this and take the swordfish. All right, chat, you have an option of either a lobster or an oyster. And see what the, oh yeah, reminder on the cod license to make sure you take your launching of boats bonus. Get yourself some coinage. All right. Chat wants the oyster. That means both of us take the lobster here. So I will do the lobster. Or do I want to take it for the seafood buffet? Ooh. I think I can do that. Take it for the lobster buffet. I think that would be beneficial. Yeah, you can use a boat die. Okay, so I will use that lobster over here to fill in another thing in my seafood buffet. Cool. So that's the boat phase. Now we are in the, how many boats do I have now? Oh, jeepers. 1, 2, 3, I only have 4. Okay. So I have not triggered this yet. So I still only get 2 income. So I've got 1, 2 here. Okie doke. That's the income phase. If anyone's got any star actions to do the star actions. Otherwise, we will move on to the town phase. All right, we've got harbor, market, and a lobster. Well, dang it, I just took the lobster from my seafood buffet. I'll do harbor. I'll do the harbor this time. And I am going to see about if I can do some extra fishing. So I'm gonna start up on the Captain's Club, see if I can get some extra fishing going on. So chat, you have the option of the market or a lobster, or choose one of them and use it for 1 coin. Looks like chat wants to do a lobster, so then both of us will get market. Again, up here, I'm on the 2nd tier, so I get 3 coins. And I get another star action, which means, are you ready for this, friends? Are you ready for this? This is why I love this game so much. Star action. I'm going to do this for fishing, which means I immediately fish right now. So I do 1 fish here, 1 fish here, 1 fish here, and 1 fish here. Now, I have the swordfish license, which means I get myself a star. And I'm going to take that and go and launch. What am I going to do now? I am going to launch my swordfish license, because again, I want to get as many victory points as I can on this license. The 2nd tier of this license means I get 2 coins immediately. Bam, bam. And after I fish, I would get a star plus a coin. Now, I don't get to do this right now because I just activated it after I fish. So it was an upgrade after it happens. But in the next round, when we do fish, this is my new one. All right. Yeah, that was a pretty good combination. Yes, the swordfish license does sound badass. Like, what does that mean exactly? Does that mean catching swordfish? Does it actually mean that you use swordfish as swords? I don't know. Okay, so that was the town phase for this round. If anyone has any stars to use them up like I just did. Wow, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. But we are moving on to round 6. All right, we've got shrimp, cod, and oyster. So chat, you get to decide first what you would like. Swordfish is bomb. I don't know if I've ever eaten swordfish. Yeah, my sushi explorations haven't been super diverse. I don't do a lot of sashimi. I do a lot of the hand rolls and stuff. So my sashimi game has not gone very far. Anyways, it's like fish steak. Ooh. All right, chat wants to get the oyster. Shrimp or cod? Shrimp or cod? Well, since I've got, man, I'm just going to ride this shrimp train, friends, because I can do that, use it as any face that I want. So I'll get closer to that king crab boat. And now both of us have a cod. Am I just going to take it as a cod? No, I am not, friends. I'm going to take it into my seafood buffet. Bam, just like that. Okay, that's the boat phase. Boat phase. Now we do our income. Let's see, how many boats do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I don't get this activation just yet. I only have 4 boats launched. So I still only get 2 coins in my income, but that's okay because I got another star. And my star, I'm going to launch this king crab boat. Boom, just like that. And because I've got the COD license, I get a coin for that. Thank you very much. That is our income phase for this round. Now we are going fishing. So again, here we go. Oh, I've got a full boat there. Boom, 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 boom. So I filled up 2 boats now, and I've got the canning company triggered, so I get 2 income. So in the next future income phase, I get 4 coins for that. Oh, and I've got one over here. Boom. There we go. I'm going to need to get myself some more shrimp boats and some lobster boats and getting filled up, or try to get my barge activated. Choices, choices. All right. That's our fishing phase. And I've got the swordfish license here, which means after I fish, I get a star plus a coin. So I'm gonna give myself a coin over here. And with my star, I'm gonna try to get closer to a boat. So I'm gonna get closer to this shrimp boat over here and mark the next one on that track. Okie doke. That is our fishing phase. Now we are going to town. Oh, cool. So Yakmanda got their king crab license and they chose to do the 1 victory point per 10 coins. So this one is a taken. Very nice. Very nice. Here we go. Going to town. Okay. All right, chat. We've got a harbor, a market, and a shrimp. Let's see. That would be very nice. Very nice. Finally getting a harbor. Yes. Do you want a harbor? Is that what you're saying? Giving you a harbor there. Do I want a market or do I want a shrimp? Okay. How many fish do I got here? 4, 7, 11, 13, 14. So I am currently on the 3 tier over here. Or I could take the shrimp and put it into my seafood buffet. And I would be 1 step closer to filling my buffet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take my shrimp, put it over here in my seafood buffet. That way both of us get the market. And because I'm at 14 now, I'm on this final tier, or this 3rd tier, not final. And I get 4 coins. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I get another star action. Holy cow. Another star action, which means I'm gonna get this shrimp boat. Shrimp boat. Then that means since I launched any boat, I give myself a coin. I think that's all I get. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I get an additional coin in my income here. I am just racking up the income. Holy smokes. Okay, I think that is everything. I swear, sometimes I just don't know if I like marked all my things. I think I did. But then at the point, I just really don't care because I get to name my boat whatever I want to and have the SS McFly. One time I played this and I was Bodie McBoatface. That was trending. So that was kind of fun. I do just like the silliness of it. This is not essential. Really, this whole point of like naming and dating is not essential to the gameplay at all, but I feel it is essential to do that. Yeah, most of the time don't know what's going on in this game. Okay, here we go, round 7. Starting off with some boating. Okay, we got some oysters and a cod. And I choose first this time. Okay. I am going to do the cod actually, because I want to get closer to getting another license here. So oyster or oyster. Oyster or oyster. And again, you can just chuck it and just take a coin. Which in this case, I think I will, because when I chuck it as a coin, it becomes a star for me now. So I'll use that as a star action. And I'm going to do this over here and take this next cod license, which gives me 2 more coins. And now when I launch any boat, I get 2 coins for that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, take all your boat actions, and then we will do the income phase, which right now, folks, I've got 5 coins for my income. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I get another star. I need to start going down this track to give myself some extra fish capacity there. And that is the income phase for us. Income phase, get yourself paid. Income phase, get yourself paid. We're not fishing in this round. We are just going to town. Okie doke. So we've got harbor, wharf, and a lobster. Oh, smokes. Okay. I'm going to take the harbor, because that way it'll help me get closer to this barge here. So chat, you've got a lobster or a wharf to choose from. I just need the swordfish for my seafood buffet. I would want to go to the seafood buffet if I had the option. Maybe they're out of swordfish. Maybe they just don't have swordfish there. All right, chat's taking the wharf. I mean, both of us get the lobster. I mean, lobster, it's not great, but it's not terrible. So I will just take it as is and mark on my lobster track. Okay. Doing all your actions, making sure things, if you've got any stars. I've noticed too, when I play this game, sometimes I focus on certain buildings and not so much in others. Like as the game goes on, I might start, in the later rounds, I might start just chucking dice at the Alma Bacon Trust, just because it's just straight up victory points. Same thing with the research vessels. As it gets down to it, I just end up, you know, well, I'll just throw it over here. It's fine. But I have yet to do the Fisherman's Pub. I've yet to do the bait shop. I've done the smokehouse and the canning company like once or twice other time. The casino one, I haven't either. I don't know. It's just the way my brain works and the strategy of it all. I just don't take those. But not to say that's what you should or should not do. I'm just telling you how I've been playing this. All right, round 8, going on the boat phase. Chat, you get to start. Pick what you like. Would you like a lobster, or a swordfish? Lobster, or swordfish? Looks like they were taking the swordfish. So I get a lobster, and then we both get a lobster. So I'm doing 1 for here for the boat, lobster boat. And because I launched a boat, I get 2 coins now. That's right, I'm on this bottom section. Now for my second lobster, sounds like I'm doing a magic trick. For my second lobster, what do I want to do? I will use that as a coin because then I'll fill in here and it'll get me a star. I will move over here to do my barge and launch this big old boat, which then gives me 2 more coins because I launched a boat. There we go. That is the boat phase for this round for me. Yeah. And now we're going into income. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, now I'm regretting I should have got the 10 coin license when I could have. But I've got another star. Got another star here. I will launch an Inuit boat, which will give me 2 more coins. Boom, boom. And yeah, I think that's all I can do on here. Yeah. All right, that's the income. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So this weekend is a online convention, Aw Shucks, and going to be running some Fiverr finding, I believe on Saturday. It's a game from Haba Games. It's a rolling, right? Yeah, gonna be playing the puzzle mode. Got to learn it last year at Gamma? No, Gen Con? No, sometime last year. When you work with Haba, you get to test out some new releases before they get newly released. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna be doing some streaming on the Haba Twitch stream. It's just got that done today. We're like working out the details. We're also going to be running some demos of Miyabi and Hanga. Yeah, on the Shucks, through the Shucks Discord, through Tabletopia. Yeah, once I find out all the deets and stuff, I'll make sure to retweet and post it on the Chicks Can Game stuff so y'all can see. But if you want to come play Fiverr Finding with me on Saturday, I believe I'm doing at 2 p.m. PST, which is math 2100 UTC. I don't know. I need to learn to like convert things better in my head. So whatever 2 p.m. PST is, I want to say it's 2100 UTC. On Saturday, you can play along with me. And then I'm thinking I might be running a Miyabi or Hanga, kind of just a play along on Tabletopia as well. I don't know. It's fun. When you get to play fun games, the more opportunities you get, the better it is to expose these great games to all the people. And the power of the internet allows me to do that in larger capacities than what I would do just at a game store or things like that. So, okie doke, we are in fishing phase now. Let us go fishing. So this fish boat is full, so I can do one of them over here and then do this shrimp down here. This fish boat is now full with this last one. This one is also full, so I'm going to do another one over here and then one down here. This one is not full yet. This one is not full yet. And I just launched this Inuit boat, so I'm putting one there. Now, because of my swordfish license, I get a star and a coin. So I'm going to do a coin, and look, it's a star. So I have 2 stars now. Oh, what am I going to do? 2 stars. I'm going to actually, oh, how many licenses? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. How close am I getting a license? Not close enough. Ooh, I could do this. Okay. With my 2 stars, I'm going to do that. So I get this license. Just for funsies, because now I will be almost maxed at my 10 license limit. And for my oyster boats, I can catch 2 fish or get fish and a coin. So I need to launch this boat in order to activate that ability. Okay, I think I did all my fishing stuff. Oh boy. Swordfish. Okay. Let's go to town, friends. Lobster, harbor, wharf. Chat, you get to choose first what you would like. Lobster, harbor, or the wharf. I did hear that there is a expansion to this game. More places to do, more things to see, more people to learn. I don't know if it's released yet or not. It might have been released. I'm really excited to try it out. I mean, this game is already complex as it is, but to have more things to do is going to be awesome. All right, chat is taking the harbor. Oh, I will take the wharf and see what do I want to do. We're getting down to it, folks. So I think I am going to take the 2 victory points here. And I just realized I get another income. So I just filled this boat on this last round, I believe. So I get 1 more income there. And we both get a lobster. Yep, I'll just mark it down this way. Doodly-doo, 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 doodly-doo. Okay. Take any star actions that you need to. If you're at the captain's club and you need to do some extra fishing, do some extra fishing. Otherwise, we are moving on to round 9. Doing some boat phasing. Okay. So we've got shrimp, lobster, and cod. Okay. This time I am actually going to take the lobster because I can do this and do this license, which now gives me an additional coin for 10 or more boats. I don't know if I'll have 10 or more boats, but because I got down to this level of license, I get 7 victory points at the end of the game. That is really nice. All right, chat, would you like cod? That was weird how I said that. Cod or shrimp? So then after, taking the cod, okay. So then this weekend is Aw Shucks, and then next weekend is Spiel Digital. And that, if you're familiar with Spiel in Essen, it's a large convention in Germany. And we're doing a lot of stuff on the interwebs for that. So going to be running lots of streaming things. We're going to be doing a lot of demos in all the different time zones. So please stay tuned for updates from that. Hava's doing a lot of stuff, and we've got a lot of cool releases coming out too. So fun times for all. Okay, so I did the lobster and then I have a shrimp. What do I want to do with the shrimp? I think I'm just going to use it for my oyster boat. I will do that as an oyster and do that here. And because I launched a boat, I get 2 coins there. Okay, that's the boat phase. Then we got income. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I have a star. I'm going to do a star down here. See if I can get another Inuit boat. There. We are not fishing in this round. We are just going to town. Going to town. Okay. Here we go. We've got shrimp, market, and wharf. What would I like? Ooh, these are a lot of good choices. A lot of good choices. I'm going to do the wharf because I'm going to give myself the 2 points here. So chat, you have the option of a market or the shrimp. Market or the shrimp. I didn't do as many fish. I did heavy license this time, so don't know how well my score is going to be. So chat's going to go for the market. So we're both doing shrimp this time. Yeah, let's see if I can get a boat. One more boat down there. Okay. Do any of your star actions if you got them. We're getting into the final round. Final round. It's the final round down. Do. Okie doke. So get yourself your shrimps and your market. We'll go through the last round here. Boat phase. Ooh, got some good options for you, chat. Cod, lobster, or 3 coins. We have yet to have coins. I don't know if I rolled coins at all this whole game. I don't think I did. Yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Chat is deciding to take the coinage. Boy. I will take the cod, and then we both get the lobster. So I'm going to do cod, and the lobster does nothing for me, really. So I'm going to take it as a coin. Boom. Okay. Boat phase is done. Do your income, which I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 2 star actions now. Okay. 1, 2. I got this boat here, which allows me to get 2 coins because I launched a boat. Yep. That is the income there. Income. Incoming. Okay. If you haven't done your income phase, make sure you do the income phase. Take your coins and any stars that you got. And then we're going to fish. So this one is full, so it's going over here in the barge. This one can take one. This one is full, so we're going over here in the barge again. This one is full. And then we got one down here. This one now is full. Now I can get this new boat over here. This king crab boat gets one. This king crab boat gets one. And this Inuit boat gets one. There we go. And after I fished, I get a star and a coin. Give myself a coin and the star. I'm going to do this here. So I get this boat. And launching a boat gives me 2 coins. Boom, boom. Gives me a star action, which, I will do this over here to launch this boat, which gives me 2 more coins there. And I think that's all for that fishing phase. Yeah, I think that is it. Okay. Yeah, do any sort of domino effect that you have. And we're gonna go to town. Ooh, we've got harbor, and some coins. So chat, what would you like? Harbor, or some coins? Going for some more coins here. All right, so harbor for me and harbor for both of us. So I'm gonna do harbor, so I can get this launched boat, which gives me 2 coins here. Yep, that's all I can do there. So yeah, since y'all are getting lots of coins, I'm sure there's probably some star actions to do. And we will walk through the end game in just a second. This went pretty fast. I'm really glad this played just over an hour. I mean, what does the box say? The box says 30 minutes, 1 to 4 players. I consider that per player time, not overall gameplay time. So 30 minutes per player, since we're doing like a 2-player game, seems about right. Research vessels, I believe, do count as launched boats because they have the B on there. Each time you fill in the research box, you launch a research vessel. They are each worth 1 point, and all boat-related bonuses do apply. So I would say yes. That's a good question. So we have the end final scoring. We would count fishes, boats, fish. That's the plural. Fishes, fish. We would count fish, boats, licenses, buildings, bonuses, and add them up at the total. The boats, if you see down here at the bottom, there's these little blue numbers on some of these boats. That's what the victory points are for the boats. Your licenses, if you get down to this section here, you get those victory points corresponding to whatever that license says there. And then for the king crab license too. Buildings each have their own set of victory points here in blue. And then the bonuses would pertain, I usually add the bonuses in terms of whatever your license for the king crab license, whatever that extra bonus is there, that's where I would add it. So let's go through and count them up. So first we're going to start with fish. That's numbers of fish in your boats. So I will just go through and count for my shrimp boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So I have 32 fish there. Boats. This is just boats that you launch. They don't have to have fish in them. As long as you've launched the boat, you count the victory points for the boat. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 15, 18, 21. So 21 on my boats there. Licenses. The only one I got down on this was here. So I got 7 plus my 5, which is 12 for those. Buildings. So here with the Alma's Bank and Trust, I got 4. I was not successful in getting everything in the seafood buffet, unfortunately. So I only get 10 points because I got 4 out of the 5. So that's 14 total here. And then my canning company, I got 1 victory point. So that's 15. 15 for my building. And my bonus. So my bonus is 1 victory point per license. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the max I could get is 10. So I will give myself 10 points there. Now time to add them up. Let's see. Math is a really cool thing. Math is a wonderful thing. So I got 90, I believe. Yeah. If my math is correct, I got 90 points. 90 points. Oh my gosh, did we tie? Wow, that is amazing. That's pretty darn cool, actually. I don't know if I've ever tied with anyone. Good job. That was fun. And that, my friends, is Fleet the Dice Game. I know there are, I'm going to stop my screen share here so you can go back to my face. I know there are lots of folks that like playing kind of more complex roll and writes instead of just rolling some numbers or rolling a few dice and filling things in. This is definitely one of those games that does that for sure. How to use a calculator. Yeah, sometimes when you're adding a lot of different numbers, when you're not in a point in your life where you have to, you know, add things up on a regular basis, where you have things like calculators and cell phones to do it for you, it just makes life easier, you know? So, but this game, like I said, I have not done the solo mode yet, so I don't know how that plays. Maybe in a future game, in a future stream, I might do that in there. And for if you add more players too, how it works out is you use for each different section. So for the boat phases, you do 1 boat die per player plus 1. So since we did a 2-player game, essentially, we had 3 dice for the boat phase. And then for the town phase, it's 1 town die per player plus a boat die. So each player has their own town die and then the boat die. So all told, it would be 3 dice for a 2-player game. But this goes up to 4, so you can have 4. You can roll all the dice. You have plus 1, so it would be 5 total boat dice for the boat phase, and then 4 town dice and a boat die for the town phase. So yeah, this is a really awesome game. I enjoy playing it with you all. I enjoy playing it in person with folks. If you are curious about learning more about what we are and who we are, you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/chickscangame. You can also go to our website here. It's got all the links and information too. We are on Twitter. We are on the Instagrams. We are on Facebook. So please give us a follow. And if you have any suggestions for games that you want us to play here, I'm thinking as it gets closer to the Halloween holiday, I might play something that's a little more spooky. Don't know what it's going to be yet. Still have to think about that, but we shall see what that is. So anyway, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday or Thursday, whatever time zone you are in. I appreciate all of you so much for joining me, and I will catch you all next week. See ya.